I got that. All right, I can go. All right. I'm Danielle Clouse Gast. I'm the Director of Visual Arts at the Pearson Lakes Art Center, and I know a lot of you have probably been to the Art Center, right? We kind of grew up around it here. Personally, I've been at the Art Center since 2003, so I've been there for 21 years. But a little bit of a backstory in the Art Center, it was founded in 1965 in a little building with no heat or air, with a tree in the middle for people to get together and paint in the summertime and make art in Okoboji. And now it's a building that we see today. And the primary part of the building is 1991. And that's when the Art Center started to collect artwork. And I mentioned how long I've been there. And the entire time I've been there, we kind of use the same system, an Excel sheet and my memory. And that's probably not the best way for us to continue to go when we're taking care of works of art that are worth substantial amounts of money. You know, the project that we're looking at, and this is something that we've been thinking about because we have functioned for so long without using a program, a real software program, that it always ends up getting put in the back burner. But when I heard about this program and talking with your leaders on this, that this could be a time that we could actually take a look at maybe someone researching and looking into a software program that we could use for the Art Center. And so kind of what we're thinking is some help, you know, researching museum software that can actually inventory a collection. So this is like dimensions, value, condition, taking pictures of the images in the art center. I mean, I wish I even knew the actual number we have in there right now. Those are things that, because we keep accumulating works of art and taking care of them, that unless I go through and count everything and make sure everything's there, it's not always real time and up to date. Another facet of this is that it could be a way to develop a tutorial. Like, let's say we locate a software system that works for our facility, to create a tutorial for our staff, so then if I'm gone and if somebody else comes in, that they can easily keep this system up to date. And another part of it that we thought was kind of fun to think about, and you'll become familiar with the work. If you kind of work with this project, there's an option that because you're working with the artwork, you might even get a chance to curate the gallery show. And so you can take a look at the vaults, maybe pick out works of art. And I've even set aside a time in our exhibit schedule to put together a show. Kind of runs January to right before that Dickinson County All School Show that you guys know about, that we have each spring. And so you could go through our vaults and I can work with you to put together a show. But that's kind of a side piece to the software program that is really our pain point at the Art Center. So I think, you know, like this kind of project would be of interest to your team if you like history. So think of museums. In the Iowa Great Lakes, we're hearing a lot of up-leveling happening in our community. Thanks to every time we get to do something, we get to do the next great thing. Our museums are seeing a tremendous growth in what they're able to do and present. And art museums and art collections are the same way. They're history telling. So, you know, museums like the Smithsonian and places like that use identical software to identify items, to make sure they're in their collection, to catalog them. And that's essentially what we're doing for art. So you don't have to be necessarily interested in art, but you can be. But it can be where, if you're interested in history, art is storytelling, especially here in the Iowa Great Lakes and the art that we're collecting. We're cataloging what's happening here through visual, creative means, and it's going to be there beyond your kids. And that's the idea with having a software collection like this, for us to continue to take care of the artwork and continue that storytelling. This project is also for you if you love technology and you want to find the right software for the job and the tools and gadgets. I mean, even cameras and things like that the Art Center should have to keep doing this and to do it to the standard that we're seeing at art galleries and museums across the United States. So I've heard this group does an excellent job of researching, problem solving, exploring, and I'd be excited to work with you. You be part of the storytelling that the Art Center is about. And if we get this done, and even what you see now, this is our vaults here at the Art Center. This was a new addition in 2018. That's something we didn't have until we started realizing that we need to up level and take our care and collections to the next phase. So that's all I have.